What you, our politicians, are doing today by stealing our public resources, I am here to remind you that Mobutu Sese Seko did it over 35 years ago. And of course, it didn't end well. Listen, dear Mr. President, dear the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, dear Farouk Kibet, dear Oscar Sudi, dear Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, and dear Kimani Ichung'wah, and any other leader who is currently enjoying the trappings of power. As history dictates, it categorically contemplates that Congo once witnessed a dictator by the name Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger. Despite he amassing all public wealth, his home is now, as of the time of this broadcast, a home to rats, to bats, to snakes, and to birds, if I am just to mention but a few. Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger, built a magnificent structure in his home village worth close to $100 million. In fact, as history dictates, Mobutu's house was once considered as an epitome of decor and elegance in Zaire and beyond. The superstructure Mobutu Sese Seko built was decorated with Italian marble, Katangese, high karate gold-plated doors and windows. It had Spanish floor tiles. It also had an automatic American air conditioning. It also had with it Israel state-of-the-art communication systems. Mobutu's house, it had a king-size swimming pool within its proximity. It is also the same Mobutu Sese Seko's house. It also had a private airport control tower. Best and worst of it all, it had a 3 to 4 inch bulletproof glassware. And that not being much, Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger's house, had 5 presidential suites. And in fact, within Sese Seko's house, it had 6 jacuzzis. And again, it was surrounded by a mini game park full of all kinds of wildlife, including the Indian tigers. But again, my fellow Kenyan, with all what I've stated above, Mobutu Sese Seko's house, as of the time of this broadcast, still remains a home to insects and snakes. Should we even ask ourselves if Sese Seko Mobutu had kids? And if so, he had, why are they finding it next to impossible for them to inherit their father's wealth and palace in Congo? As history dictates, by the time Mobutu Sese Seko booked an appointment with his creator, his house was ranked as one of the most magnificent private castles ever owned by any head of state not only in Africa, but in the entire world. So, I would wish that our Kenyan politicians should strictly learn from Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger's case, because we came into this world without anything, and we spend our lifetime amassing everything. And the good thing of life with its equity is that we are going to exit the world without anything. So this goes to any holder of public office, that no matter how much wealth you loot, we are all going to exit this world empty-handed. And a very good example in this context that is given credence is by one Mobutu Sese Seko was a banger. How I wish that all honorable members of parliament or any individual to whom is currently serving in the government of the day, they should just be able, in their own wisdom that is, I'd wish that they will do the honorable thing so that they can be able to return all looted public resources to the public coffers. Because as of the time of this broadcast, there are millions of Kenyans to whom they find it next to impossible to raise just $1 a day for consumption, while there are hundreds of politicians to whom have looted public resources and stashed them in offshore accounts. And this squarely not only lies with the current administration, but even to those that have previously served in the same jurisdiction and looted public resources. The common denominator of this is that no matter how much wealth you amass, you're going to exit this world without anything. And maybe Kenyans' cry are going to be very detrimental, not only to yourself, but rather to the generations that are likely to put the wealth that you've looted under their jurisdiction once you book an appointment with the Creator. So my wish is that all the honorable members of parliament and whoever holds public office should just do what is constitutionally required of them to do without looting public resources. And as I come to the penultimate part of this episode, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well just feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed, you can as well just consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you, and may God bless you.